quite hot. Hello everybody, good afternoon, good evening and welcome to That's Football. We're live at the final group games of Group B with Wales playing England and Iran playing the United States, which I think is going to be a massive game in itself. So lots to get involved in. Hope we're all doing really well. Actually, we are live, which is great because my phone actually gave me the notification before fucking YouTube did, which I'm actually streaming on. So yeah, well done to Samsung. Anyway, I hope we're all doing very well. We are live at 6:30. That's what I said. Did I say 6:30 or 6:45? I meant 6:30. That's my fault. Stay hydrated, says Random ITQ. So lots to get into tonight. I will have an eye on Iran against USA. I think that's going to be a very interesting game. But yeah, there's quite a few changes to discuss for England, as well as Wales, of course. But England have made 3 major changes with Jordan Henderson coming in, Marcus Rashford coming in, and Phil Foden coming in. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking knobheads. Why? Does anyone else get that? I mean, you're probably not on desktop. No one does desktop anymore, do they? No one's on a bloody desktop anymore. Twitter on bloody Windows Explorer browser. If you keep it open for longer than an hour, types like you're on a fucking typing with a pigeon. It's so slow. Just get out. Get out. There we go. Start again. Mark, you look tired. I'm not. I'm feeling fine. Feeling good. Hope everybody else is feeling good. And Koulibaly sends Senegal into a possible game against England as well. I mean, we are going to qualify. And apparently Liverpool are about to get in contact with Manchester United target Cody Gakpo's representatives, says Voetbal International. Well, they can try, but we're above you in the league. And his agent is Ten Hag's agent. So deal with it. Hashtag. I've played the game, says Bayern. So let's go through the team news. We're sponsored by Wash and Go. Don't forget, Wash and Go, 2-in-1 shampoo for men. Wash and Go, clean, strong and healthy hair. It is a green bottle. You can't quite see it, but it's got a blue helmet on it, or a blue lid, as I call it. Wash and Go. Shampoo and conditioner in one. Links in the description, or you can scan the QR codes. Get it delivered to your door. I use it every day. Fantastic stuff. There's also my advert that I shot with Wash and Go for this tournament, where I came up with the beer cheer, where you wash your hair after beer's been poured all over your head in a fan park, which many of you might be in tonight. So don't forget to get yourself some Wash and Go. Links in the description. But I'm about to start the stats carousel, and you can start to see the teams that have been selected by these 2 managers. Obviously, I don't need to care about Wales because I'm English, but I don't think they've got a chance. And I'm not even doing that because of English bias. I think Wales are one of the worst teams in the tournament. I think they've had better days. They remind me of a banana after 2 weeks. But could they be a banana skin? See what I did there? So Wales line up with Ward, Williams, Mepham, Roden, Davies, Ramsey, Ampadu and Allen, and Bale, Moore and James. Is that Joe Allen? Does he still play? Dan James, Bale, Moore. They've then got England playing them, who've got Jordan Pickford. Kyle Walker's come in for Trippier. John Stones, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw. Henderson comes in for Mount, and we go Henderson, Rice and Bellingham. And then Foden's in for Saka. Kane plays, and Rashford's in for Sterling. In fairness to Southgate, he's basically listened to the fans, hasn't he? He's gone with the fans really here. This isn't an England manager. This is an England fan pick team, isn't it? I completely agree that Phil Foden should start. I agree with Rashford starting, and I do agree that Sterling should come out. I think Saka's a little bit unlucky. I don't know what Saka's done to not be picked, but look, at the end of the day, Foden deserves a chance, and I don't really think that Mason Mount's delivered. Is it the team that you would pick, Goldbridge? No, I would have played Foden instead of Henderson, and I would have played Saka off the right, and I would have played Trent instead of Kyle Walker. I don't understand the world where you've got when basically you want to be attacking, and you don't pick the best attacking right back in England because Reece James isn't there, so you've got to go Trent for me. But apart from, I mean, I don't agree with the goalkeeper. I would change the goalkeeper, but he's not going to do that. I agree with Stones and Maguire. I agree with Luke Shaw. I don't agree with Kyle Walker. I agree with Rice and Bellingham. I don't agree with Henderson. I'd play Foden centrally, and then I would play Saka and Rashford as your wingers. It seems to be. I think there's a good comment there from Pepe saying that Wilson could have worked. He's never going to drop Harry Maguire either, is he? I think that is a bit of an issue. He won't drop Harry Maguire, which is a bit of a shame. But sorry, he won't drop Harry Kane, which I think I would do. But there we go. Okay, brilliant, nice one. You know, when I get a message from someone at this time, I think it's going to be really urgent, and then it's like, this will be a nice present for Christmas. Hi Mark, I think both Netherlands and Senegal are much tougher opposition than any of the teams England have faced in the group stages, says Al-Azhar. Well, England will be playing one of those two. Scenario Bridge is going to give you a scenario. So let's have a look at the group table there. As it stands, England are top. If we win, we stay top. If we draw and Iran win, then they would go above us. If we draw and United States win, we would stay top. If we lose and either Iran or United States win, we would go second. So we're going to qualify unless there is a ridiculous result because of goal difference. So we will qualify. I think we won't lose anyway. So if we draw, as long as Iran beat United States, then that helps us. But we'll have that game on as well. Sterling over Rashford, surely, says Harry O'Kane. Oh, yeah. Raheem Sterling's done loads, hasn't he? He's been bloody brilliant for England lately. I think he's got that one right. I do. What has Trent done to get to him not to give him a chance? Like, what does Gareth hate technically? Gifted players like Kane don't work. He comes too deep, says Nathan. Look, the nepotism is a word that we've learnt a lot in this World Cup. Nepotism FC is what England are all about. In fairness to Southgate, he has dropped Mount and Sterling, who are always picked. So in one way, he's got rid of his favourites there, but he ain't never going to drop Harry Kane. I will do anything for England, but I won't drop Kane. He won't drop Kane. I believe Kane is his captain. But you know what? I don't think Harry Kane has scored a goal for England from open play. I'm just trying to find this out now. It's going to be very difficult for me to find it. But I don't think that Harry Kane has scored a goal from open play for England in a year. So, you know, Harry Kane comes too deep. Gosh, says Tom Rue. Some people would complain about that. Some people wouldn't. I wouldn't want to be one of the people who is happy about Harry Kane coming too deep. To be honest with you, I don't like the sound of that at all. Not from my striker. Where's the dress, says James? Well, we were crapping it against United States, so I binned it off. Mark celebrated Holland victory. Orange Bridge, says Palash. But look, you know, I like Harry Kane. I've always said I think Harry Kane is world class. I think he's a top class striker. But tell me the difference. I don't think Kane works in a Southgate system just like Foden doesn't. Just like everybody else doesn't. Harry Kane gets away with it because he's a striker, and every now and again he'll score a penalty or, you know, a chance. But I don't think his overall play makes us better. As I said, I think in the last 15 minutes against USA, their defence was tired. And there was balls in behind but that you can't hit for Harry Kane because he was tired. We should have had Callum Wilson on for 15 minutes or Marcus Rashford down the middle. But we don't. We keep Harry Kane in the team. And I think he should be subbed off because he's very one-dimensional. He's a very hard player to deal with. But once you've got him on lockdown, he ain't going anywhere. And you can tell whether Harry Kane's going to have a bad game within the first half an hour. And if a team figures out how to deal with him, he's a problem unless you get a penalty. But, you know, Oleg could score a penalty, couldn't he? So I don't really feel that we're getting the best out of Harry Kane in this system, if I'm honest with you. But, you know, what can I say about that? Excuse me, I've forgotten to do it again. If you remember from last time, I always have to do this. Hello everybody, join me live on YouTube now. We're live discussing England team news ahead of England against Wales. It's a massive game. Click the link and join me now for all the live chat on the comments, etc. Get involved. Click the link. Sorry, I keep forgetting to do that, so then I have to do it with you lot. which maybe some of you like, but some of you might feel a little bit violated, like you're part of some shitty Instagram story, which in a way you actually are. But it doesn't take long to do it. I always forget to do it. Owen always says cringe. I don't really get that, Owen. I think you're cringe. I don't really get that. I don't get that, Owen. Like Owen sat there on a mountain of popularity. It's the way the world goes. I don't really like it, but that's the way it goes, Owen. Deal with it or piss off, basically. We don't want no negativity today. You're feeling confident, Goldbridge. Have we got any Welsh fans in here before you jog off? A City fan, enjoy the streams, even some of the United ones, says Mental Gaming. And finally Foden start, says Alistair. Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing Foden start. There's a lot of differentials in this England team, and I think there had to be after the United States game. He had to make changes. You've got to rejuvenate the fan base in some way, because we're all fed up and we've all come accustomed to this favouritism, nepotism and bollocks. And, Raheem Sterling, Mason Mount, they sort of, and Harry Kane, although he survived, they sort of represent a stagnation of England football. They represent a boredom with English football. And I think bringing Rashford in, bringing Foden in, it just gives us a chance and to be something that we haven't been. Personally, Wales, this is a derby. We've not given Wales any real credit yet, have we? And it is a derby, and maybe Wales could do some damage. But from an England point of view, you've got to kickstart that team a little bit. I think defensively we'll be fine. Luke Shaw's played well, Maguire's played well, Stones is a good centre-back, Kyle Walker's quick. I can't see where Wales are going to hurt us. Midfield, we should win that battle. We won't necessarily win the midfield battle, but we should do. And I think our wide players might be able to give their fullbacks problems. So I'm fancying England 2-0. I think this is going to be ultimately, it's interesting where Wales gauge this, isn't it? Do they gauge it as their first World Cup since 1958, so it's been an adventure, or do they gauge it as a little bit disappointing from what might have happened? Personally, I just don't think this Wales team is anywhere near what it was when it got to the semi-finals of the Euros in 2018, and that's 4 years ago. So it was 4.5 years ago, to be fair, and it looks like 4.5 years ago. Selfie would have looked cuter with the dress, says Owen Fawcett. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. That just reminds me, please do subscribe to the channel, because I think tonight, Matthew, we could hit 850,000 subscribers. I have this inkling that we could do it. I don't know why, but I think we could, which would be absolutely fantastic. Yes, we could. We're on 847,000 subscribers at the moment, and we're closing in. We're only 90 away from 848,000. So please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and you can share the video as well if you like. Somebody just said it's 6.5 years. It is 6.5 years, isn't it? What am I getting mixed up with? I keep thinking the Euros is 4 years ago. 2016, it doesn't seem like 5 minutes ago that Wales were getting into the semi-finals of the Euros. And you're right, it was 2016. Demi says it, loads of people say it, and they're absolutely correct. It has been a long time, and it feels like it for Wales. 6.5 years. Gareth Bale would have been in his early 30s then, wouldn't he? So yeah, look, it's a long time, and it's definitely an aging Wales team. So yeah. Score predictions. Get in the live chat and let me know. I'm going to go with England 2-0. And of course, don't forget, we've got England against, we've got Iran against USA as well. Very intrigued to see how that's going to pan out. Preferences. I feel like they deserve it a little bit more. I think USA deserve a little bit more. Iran were fantastic against Wales, but I feel like USA deserve to beat England and should have beat Wales, and they should have at least 4 points, and they've only got 2. But you get what you deserve in this game. Canada were very good, but they've gone out. So I hope we get. I think in many ways, USA Iran might be the better game to watch, but you get what you deserve, don't you? And I think there's a lot riding on that game. There is a lot riding on that game. I'll say no more. Who do you think is going to win between USA and Iran? Well, we'll do a poll on that one, I think. Who qualifies? I'm not going to say who wins, who qualifies, because then I can do an either or. So we'll go Iran, USA. Get your votes in. Who qualifies? And we're sort of getting to that point now, really, as well, where we will be able to start predicting what the games are going to be at the weekend. Netherlands will play second place from this group at 3 o'clock on Sunday. And I think Netherlands will play second place from this group on Saturday at 3 o'clock. England, if they top the group, will play second place Senegal on Sunday night at 7 o'clock if England top the group. So we're starting to realise what can happen with that. What about Wales to qualify? So you raise a good point, Joshua, and we mustn't be too dismissive of Wales' chances. As much as we want to, we must respect them and give them a chance. Because, God, Wales deserve a chance. How do Wales qualify? So, for Wales to qualify, England must lose to Wales, which would put Wales level with England. But they're never going to catch our goal difference because we're on +4 and they're on -2. So, if Wales win 1-0, they go joint with England, but England would be above them on goal difference, which would put Wales to second. But on what scenario can they qualify? And I think they can qualify if they win and Iran draw with United States, then that would put Wales into the knockout stages. So Wales win by any score, 1-0, 2-0, it doesn't matter. As long as Iran draw with the United States, then it can work for Wales. Any win for Wales will not be enough if Iran or United States win. So simple as that. Simple as that. Wales don't need to win 6-0 parallel. They can win 1-0 and go through if Iran draw. Stop spreading lies. Lies are deceitful and dishonest, and people believe them. Don't believe the lies. Wales do not need to win 6-0. They need to win 6-0 to go above England. They need to win 1-0 if Iran draw, and they will go through. But of course, I don't think Wales can approach this game to try and win it 6-0. I mean, they're not that sort of team for a start. I think Wales have just got to try and win the game and hope that there's a draw. We haven't had a 0-0 since England played last. So we've gone through a whole round of games virtually without a 0-0. So I do think that Wales have just got to play the averages, haven't they? The first quest is to beat England. And if they can do that, they might get a chance. Perfect game for Rashford today. Going to be so much space at the back as the Welsh try and shambolically attack. They're awful, says Nick P. I don't think Wales will try and attack in the first half. I think Wales will know they can't win 4-0 or 5-0 or 6-0. So I think Wales will just try and win. Yeah? That's what I think will happen, if I'm completely honest. But I don't think they will win. I don't think they will win at all. I think that it will end up being a nice, comfortable win for England. I don't think we've played anybody decent yet, by the way. I think we're running away. I can see that the BBC are talking about Harry Maguire because obviously they're probably all mates with him and they want to make out that he's back and that. But I don't think, in fairness, I think Harry has played well, but I don't think we've played anybody decent. We've played Iran and United States. I mean, we're not in a position at the moment where I think England are anywhere near a contender to win this tournament. We've got to go up the gears. I mean, can you imagine what Brazil are going to do to our defence? They'll kill it. They'll kill it dead. Running around and passing the ball out under no pressure and winning headers against people who are half your size. Maguire's going to absolutely dominate that. But I don't think we've been tested. I really don't. And what worries me more than anything is that we got dominated in a midfield by USA, and that's what worries me. So yeah. But look, I've always said England won't get tested until the group stage. Until the quarter-final, and I think that's where we've got to look at. Yeah, definitely. If England lose, you won't finish first, as you can't see a draw in the other games, says Alan Kenny. Well, I don't know what that does for us. I mean, some people seem to think that the Netherlands finishing second might be good for England. I did write this down. Let me just have a quick look. So, Jackanory. So, Netherlands play on Saturday at 3 o'clock. If England finish second in the group, we would play Netherlands on Saturday at 3 o'clock. I don't think that's going to happen. But if we did play the Netherlands on Saturday, we would then play our quarter-final against Brazil. We're fucked either way, basically. We're knackered either way. If we finish second in the group, we're going to play Netherlands, and then if we beat them, we're going to play Brazil. If we finish top of the group, we're going to play Senegal, and then we're going to probably play France. So England don't have it very good. I think that Portugal have quite a good draw to the semi-final, potentially. Mark, if you had to pick a World Cup 11, past and present, who would be in it? Says Annie. Can't do it, Annie. Can't do it. I'd be here all night with a pen and paper. I can't do it. There's been so many. I can't do it. Can't do it. Hi, Mark. Golden boots are made in the group stage. Who's your favourite to win it right now? Says Jack. Jack. Oh, no, you've got me thinking about my bloody boo-boo now, or whatever he said. So top scorers at the moment in the tournament. Kylian Mbappe's got 3. Cody Gakpo's got 3. Valencia's out. He's gone with 3. Messi's on 2. Morata's on 2. Taremi is still playing. He's on 2. Bruno's on 2. I mean, Harry Kane's not scored yet. Giroud's on 2. I don't think Cody Gakpo's going to win it. I don't feel like Cody Gakpo's going to win it, if I'm absolutely honest. I feel like it's going to be a French player. If I'm being honest. So I would probably go with Mbappe at the moment. I think Mbappe looks quite good at the moment, doesn't he? Yeah. But you know what? I don't think we actually have clarified yet who is going to win Golden Boot. I know it's normally won in the group stage, but this time we may not have that going on, because I don't think anybody looks like they're pulling away with it yet. I can't see Harry Kane winning the Golden Boot this time, because I just don't think England are going to score. If Harry Kane was going to win the Golden Boot, he needed to do what he did in the last tournament and stat pad a bit against the shit. But I don't feel like Harry Kane's going to do it this time. I mean, 2 Golden Boots would be a great thing to retire off, wouldn't it? Do you give Wales any chance? Does anybody give Wales a chance? 62% of you have said that Iran are going to not qualify and USA will. Richarlison's a good shout. I don't give them a chance, really, Wales. I think it's the biggest chance Wales have got, and I will say this, the biggest chance that Wales have got is the fact that they are playing a derby, effectively. It is a derby. It's like when England played Scotland. You know, that might be something that plays into their hands. It is effectively a derby. That's on more Coventry Academy players than United, says Masturbating. Thank you very much. And Rafael Leao, I want Maguire to score, says Mania. Might be the sort of game where Harry Maguire does score, actually. He looks more likely to score in some ways than Harry Kane does at the moment. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming home. That's the Qatar version, isn't it? It's coming home, 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 coming home, coming home. I didn't get baited. He does it all the time. Oh, nearly put the audio on there. I don't want to be doing that. So I've got Iran, USA on. We've got England on there. We're good to go with the double watch-along scene. I hope you're all ready. We're 5 minutes away from the start of this game. Don't forget, Wash and Go. We're sponsoring the show. Get yourself some Wash and Go. 2-in-1. Get your hair looking like mine, basically. I can give you tips on what I do on my hair as well. But I definitely wash it with Wash and Go every day. Delivered to your door through the link in the description. Or you can scan the QR code. Shampoo and conditioner for strong, healthy hair. And don't forget as well, you can check my ad I did with Wash and Go for this tournament. Behind the scenes and all that jazz. I won't drop it. Ow. I can't drop it anyway. It's invisible. You've got to follow the lid. Imagine if I gave myself a nosebleed. That's the only thing that's going to be red tonight. My nose, if I smack it with this Wash and Go. Nothing's going to be red tonight. It's all going to be white. It's going to be all right on the night as England take on Wales. Look, I've not dropped it yet. Ow, that one hurt. Right. Let's get ready to rumble. I'm ready. Are you ready? The bottle is green, but it's got a blue lid. And I'll tell you who else is going to be green tonight. I'll tell you what, if a Welsh fan came in here at full time, you won't be able to see him because they'll be green with envy. The green screen will make them disappear. Ben says, bye-bye Wales. Look, I respect Wales, but I'm excited and I like these sort of games. I feel like the World Cup, from England's point of view, might be getting a bit of a kickstart now because every game sort of becomes a knockout. Can England somehow not qualify for the knockouts? No, we're nailed on flawless football. We're absolutely nailed on to qualify. We'd have to lose 6-0 to Wales, which would be like Stockport County beating Man City's best 11 10-0. It just won't happen. It would be like, just let's play that game. Remember we've played that game before about book titles that will never get written, like, Tactical Masterclass by Gareth Southgate. We have a good laugh with that. Book titles that will never get released. But what about things that will never happen? Like Wales will never beat England 6-0. Spurs will never win a trophy. Piers Morgan will never be humble. Things like that. Justin, we will be keeping an eye on the United States against Iran. He says Tyler Adams is going to tear it up. How to play attacking football, Gareth Southgate. You never know, Finn. If there's one team you can attack, it's certainly Wales. But we're ready to go here. Gareth Bale's going to have a handshake with the captain of England, which is Harry Kane. We're only 10 subscribers away from 848,000, by the way. So please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. On the road to 850k, we could hit it tonight. And please do click the share button if you have already subscribed. You're all very, very welcome on here. As we prepare for what is a massive game in the game of England against Wales. How are we feeling about this? Confident because we can't not qualify. I actually don't think there's a hell of a lot between Senegal and the Netherlands, From England's point of view, I think we can beat both of them. Where we're going to struggle is in the quarterfinals, because whichever way we go, we're going to play France or Brazil. So I think that's the hardest thing for England. Our tournament starts in the quarterfinal. These are all pre-season friendlies. With all due respect to the Welsh and Senegal, they're like pre-season friendlies for England. We will get to the quarterfinals, and that's when the tournament starts. And if we get beaten, Southgate's got to go. If he gets us to the semi-finals, maybe you would keep him, but really, if we get knocked out in the quarterfinals, he's got to go. But it's a big chance for Phil Foden tonight. Huge chance for Phil Foden to deliver. Also for Marcus Rashford, I do think we'll see a different England because of that. They'll also be used to it because they are used to playing against a lot of these players. In fact, they won't be used to playing a lot of the Welsh players because a lot of the English players don't play Championship opposition very often or League One. But one or two of the standard. This is like an FA Cup tie for these England players. It's like, like when Man City play Stoke or Swindon. That's what it's like. It'll be competitive and physical, but ultimately your quality should come through. It's not raining. It's not windy. The aircon's not going to make a big difference. It's a potential banana skin of a tie, but really it's straightforward. I've messed the timer up already. Idiot. Idiot. There we go. So the time is set to that. Most of these Welsh players do not play in the Premier League. Can we have a counter? Cinnamonson with a super chat says, if England played all year in the Premiership, would they finish top 4? No. I think if this English team played all year in the Premier League, they'd be mid-table at best, mate. I mean, it's only the best of England. It's not the best of the world, is it? So, no, I don't think so. But let's put some respect on Wales' name for the first time in half an hour. They will be up for it. You know, they're basically, you know when someone's got nothing left, like they'll throw a few punches. They're desperate. David and Goliath, and David is a Welsh name, and we are Goliath, which isn't an English name. It's David against Tyson, basically. And I think they're going to find it very difficult. But, you know what? Who knows? Who knows? In the game of football, anything can happen. Thanks to everyone who's tuning in. I am a little bit more... I'm animated for the first time. Call me Homer Simpson. I'm animated for the first time in this tournament. I'm actually a little bit pumped up. I've enjoyed the tournament, but this is the first one where I've been really gobbly excited. If we lose and Iran win, we don't qualify, right? Says James. No, we qualify. We qualify. We qualify unless we lose 6-0. United States were on the attack there, but it's a good attack, good defending by Iran. Of course, United States can't draw. If United States draw, they're out. They've got to win. Got to win. Chris says it's a bit of a defensive lineup by England. I don't think it is, really. I think we are trying to be a 4-3-3 with it's a very wide midfield three, and it's a very slim front three. JC stops talking about the players and structure, says Beryl Carpenter. Carragher loves Southgate, doesn't he? I reckon they used to room together or something. Actually, I don't think their England careers crossed over, but Carragher really does stick up for Southgate all the time. I don't get it. Good play by Rashford. Nearly got it back. Good start by England, though. There's a high press. They've got to produce England tonight. They can't... Iran have got 3 points already because they beat Wales, and USA have got 2. So a draw would keep Iran ahead of USA. My prediction is that it might be a draw between Iran and United States, and England will beat Wales. That's my strong prediction. Whatever that means. Head-to-head rule doesn't work in this tournament, Jennison. I think it should do, but it doesn't. As our stats carousel goes round, you'll see the group table in a minute, and it's not about head-to-head, it's about the goal difference. And as you can see, England's goal difference kicks the shit out of everybody else's. Actually, that reminds me, our stats carousel is sponsored by OneFootball. You can download that for free in the video description or use the QR code in the top right-hand corner. OneFootball is a place you can get all your latest breaking football news, stats, transfer news for free on the app. You can download it for free on lots of different platforms. Check it out. Midu says that the World Cup has really kicked off the last 3 days. England out if Wales win 4-0, not 6-0, says Akshay. I heard it was 6. I'll have to have a look when it comes round again. I heard it was 6, not 4. Here's an interesting comment from Paul. He says, stat padding, Kane's golden boot was a joke. 4 penalties and a run against the Diddy team. Penalties shouldn't count for the golden boot. Yeah, it is 4-0 apparently. David says, if you know maths... David, that sounds like a very Welsh name. So David says, if you know maths, it's 4. David, if you know the Welsh, you're going home. Cheerio. Don't get me drawn into that. I like the Welsh, but I'm feeling very English. I will not take kindly. There are certain games where if England gets smashed by France, I'm like, well, you know, we're an embarrassing bunch of twats. But if you lose to Wales or Scotland, you can't just blame Southgate. You feel it. You feel it. I can't believe Joe Allen still plays football. I thought he'd retired a decade ago. No, not that. I didn't think he still played. Where does he play, Joe Allen? I'm going to take a guess. Swansea. Does he play for Swansea still, Joe Allen? Iran have got USA pinned in their box. I haven't really been looking at it, actually. I will have a little look now. They have got a throw in. He does play for Swansea, yeah. Yeah, Wales is -2 goal difference and England is +4. So 2-0 would make it +2 England, +3, +0 Wales. -3 for England, 3-0 to Wales would make it both +1, but we've scored more goals. So they need to score 4. Imagine if Wales did beat England 3-0 and went out. I think that would be shocking. Absolutely shocking. Apparently Joe Allen plays for Barcelona next to Xavi and Pedri, says Orion Games. Yeah, must have missed that one. Do you watch cricket, Mark? No, Narish, but I must admit I've been asked that question probably about 20 times over the last year. No, I watch the Ashes. That's about it. Maddison and Trent, I don't know whether they're on the bench, but they're not in the team. James Maddison's gone to Qatar for a holiday. Everybody knows that. Same as Ben White. They ain't going to get a minute. They're just there because Southgate didn't dare face the backlash of the public. Maddison is on the bench, and so's Trent, but Ben White isn't. I think he might have been ill. Apparently Joe Allen's only 32. Rashford looking a bit sloppy. I like Rashford. I like the fact that he's starting. Obviously, a United fan, I love it. But I must admit, Rashford is better in the last half an hour. You know, he's not a bad option to have off the bench. I mean, for United, we have to start him. But I do like Rashford in the last half an hour. What a shit ball by Jordan Henderson that is. I mean, if you're gonna play Foden, get the ball on the ground. Do you watch cricket, Mark? Says Zach. Same answer as before, funnily enough, Zach. Nice little ball out wide. No, going out for a throw. So 0-0 in both games at the moment. That racing guy says the game looks slow already. It's an interesting one for England, isn't it? I mean, I refute, which means a posh word of saying I disagree with England being cagey in this game. Why? Like, there's no need to be cagey. You need to win. If you draw and Iran win, then we're second in the group. So we need to win. We don't need to be, let's be defensive. I bet Southgate said to them, let's be cautious. Let's be cautious because if Wales win by 4 goals, we're out. So let's make sure we get a clean sheet. When actually, if I was in charge, I'd say, no, let's be attacking. Here we go, Rashi. Oh, he's missed a one-on-one. Good save by the keeper. I prefer Solihull to England. Great job, Mark, says GI. Yeah, as I say, we need to be a bit more attacking because if we win, we top the group for sure. So go and win. The US are playing very intense like they did against England in the first half. Hope this doesn't come back to hurt them in the second half, says Rebel. Keeper did well there. Lovely ball by Harry Kane. Rashford makes the intelligent run. He loves them. He loves them balls. Yeah, but Gareth Southgate, I think he is a very cautious manager. That's not... Slow Sports News. Yellow Tie. Jim Waits. Talk Sport with Graham Souness. I played the game, Jim. I know. Shut up. I'm talking. Audi. Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. Graham, shut it. Gareth Southgate is cautious, says Mark Goldbridge. What do you think about that, Graham? I've played the game. He's right. Stop wandering into my impression. Yeah, Southgate is very cautious. And you don't need to be cautious in a game like this. I think Gareth Southgate's the sort of person who, when he takes you out for a day trip to the beach in the middle of summer, and he checks the weather before you go, and they say it's going to be the hottest day in the UK, and Gareth still packs his raincoat and an umbrella, and you say, Gareth, it says it's going to be the hottest day in the world, in history. There's no chance of rain. Well, we'll still go in our raincoats and take our umbrellas, and we can always take them off if we get there. But it's good to be cautious. I'm taking my wellies as well, and I'm going to take my survival kit if we get into a flood. He's a very cautious guy. We've got loads of possession here. Still 0-0 between Iran and USA as well. Lucy says, has Foden even touched the ball yet? He might get a touch here. No, Wales are going to get that. How did Wales qualify, says Will? Calm down. We're not at that point yet. Wait till we're 3-0 up in the second half. I mean, I will say this. Henderson for Mount is a negative change. It is. Gareth, the Cotswolds are on fire. Forget the cardigan, says Taylor. Oh, yeah. Southgate's the sort of guy who goes to Qatar and, takes an extra sleeping bag and 5 cardigans and his winter jacket. Gareth, it doesn't get below 20 degrees at night. You never know. You never know. It might get a bit chilly. It might get a bit chilly. You can never have enough blankets. Gareth, why have you packed your hot water bottle? It'll be 30 degrees. Because you just don't know. Better be safe than sorry. I didn't qualify us to World Cup semi-finals playing attacking, risk-taking football. We know. We know. If in doubt, play a back 5. What's for Christmas dinner, Gareth? We're all coming round. Beans on toast. Why? Loads of things can go wrong with a turkey dinner. The timings, the extras. Just go for beans on toast. It's cautious, but it's safe. And everybody gets fed. What time do you go to bed on New Year's Eve, Gareth? 10 o'clock. You don't stay up for the New Year? No. You know, what if I slept in the following day? I'm going to stop doing it now. Felix, the boring twat in the chat, says, actually, Mark, Qatar's in the desert and the desert gets cold. All right, then, Mallorca. Doesn't get bloody cold there. It's still true. Anyway, England have got a chance to whip across in here. This could be our set pieces. He loves it. The only 2 things Gareth gets excited about is birthday and set pieces. Edge of the box. Foden. Have a shot, mate. Have a shot. Just wide. Mr. LT says that Rashford should have done better with that pass from Kane. Rashford one-on-one is very good, generally. Looking at the other game, it's all going to come down to whether USA can actually score a goal. They're very aggressive, they're very intense, they're very good in the build-up, but in the final phase, it's let them down this tournament. They should have beat Wales. I mean, I personally think that England should be beating Wales 4 or 5-0, but because it's a derby, it's hard. Terrible kick by the goalkeeper. I mean, that's the sort of quality we're playing against. He's just kicked the ball out for from a goal kick out for a throw-in. Mark, would you be nervous for England's knockout game against Senegal? Says Steph. I watched. I'll be honest with you. I was watching Netherlands more because I like Cody Gakpo, so I didn't really watch much of Senegal's game against Ecuador. And I will take my hat off to I will take my hat off to Senegal for winning it. But how good do you think Senegal are? I still think that they would be a relatively. I don't think it'd be easy, but I'd still fancy England to win it. Nice play by Foden. Southgate 1000% leaves 9 hours early for the airport, says Stuart Bates. They score a lot of goals to citizen transfers about Senegal. Simeon says they'll give him a game. And random IT guy says Senegal will be the last easy opponent. I think we all looked at it and went, England are going to really get through to the quarterfinals. I mean, look, Southgate's not an idiot. He's not ever going to leave us open at the back. One thing you can say about England is, I know we conceded 2 goals against Iran, but we don't really, we're a very tight side, England, and I think we're always capable of getting a goal from a set piece or a penalty or something. We're boring. Well, Chris says England are boring. We've got a free kick here. I mean, at the end of the day, this keeper ain't that great. Rashford, just get it on target, mate. USA nearly scored there. Iran have cleared it though. Hey Mark, how far do you think Poland are going to go? Says Real. I mean, depending on what Poland do against Argentina tomorrow night, there is a chance that they could get quarterfinals is possible for Poland if you look at the side of the draw. And then I think in the quarterfinals, if it goes right for Poland, they could play Portugal. So there's a chance that Spain, I think, play France. Spain will play. I think there's a chance that Spain will play. I can't remember what it is. I think Brazil. I can't remember. I don't think you can get. There's not much chance of Spain, Brazil, France, and somebody else being in the quarterfinals. There's an easier quarterfinal path potentially, and I think it's for Portugal. Portugal to the semi-final could be quite straightforward. Goal kick. I'm surprised we didn't shoot with that free kick. What the fuck was that free kick from England? We put four people on a free kick we should have had a shot from. Then again, with this ball, you're right. Nearly coming up for 20 minutes. Still 0-0 in both games. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. We're closing in on 850k. So bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Please do share the video as well. Keeper's nearly in trouble there from the back pass. Gives it a big old kick. Luke Shaw's going to win that. Easy work. Wales are trying to play quite attacking, aren't they? But I don't know why. If I was Wales, I'd just go for 1-0. Don't play open yet. We'll batter you. Well, so far so good for Iran. 0-0 with the United States. I mean, so far so good for Wales. if Wales win and it stays a draw in the other game, and you know what? There is a risk for Iran drawing. I feel very conflicted, says Alexander, as an England fan, but also a Leicester fan. I want Ward to do well. No, support England, mate. I won't be conflicted if England play France, even though I like Varane. I won't be conflicted if we play Argentina either, and I love Martinez. Love the camera angle in this stadium. Feels like a broadcast seat, says Lesnide. Thank you very much for the chat. Also, that was from Alexander. We've caught up with that. Defence is getting tired, says Mel. What? Whose defence? Wales? They'll open up second half. If England make it to the semis, Southgate will be manager of England until at least 2026 for the next World Cup. Unfortunately, it's like Ollie getting top four, says Jack. Yeah, I do think they'll keep him if he gets to the semis, but they love him at the FA. I think they might keep him if he gets us to the bloody quarterfinals. I'd be just bloody typical, mate. Anyway, England on the attack. 21 minutes. We just need to score the first goal and then Wales will probably open up a little bit. And Wales have done sod all so far. Someone needs to tell them that they need to win. I just don't think they can. I don't think they know how. Luke Shaw with the cross. It finds its way. Oh, it bounced up for Henderson. I mean, what's Jordan Henderson doing in that position, in fairness? Here's Rice. Rice, baby. Henderson. Cross. Cleared away for a throw-in. Ever felt guilty for not donating to Wikipedia, says Kenneth? No. Hi Mark, how boring would a match be between Southgate A and Ollie 11? Don't think I could imagine a more depressing game, says David Taylor. This is the most boring group in the world, says PG. Well, I think Iran are trying not to lose. Fair play. United States are the best team in the group, but they can't score. Wales are just fighting for their lives. And then England have got the best players, but I've got a manager that belongs in the bloody Vanarama. Here's Rashford. Went for a shot from distance. Kyle Walker. Oh, is it someone in the face with the ball? Let's have a look at the stats here halfway through the first half. Might be something a little bit interesting in this. Might be not, but let me just have a look at it whilst the Welsh player is down. So, I mean, look at that. We've had 76% possession for England. 3 shots to 0, 1 on target to 0, 203 passes to 65, 91% pass rate to 63. What does that tell you? I'll tell you what that tells you. It tells you that England are finding it very easy to pass around, but can't do anything with it. And it just shows you that Wales are just not a competitive side. They're just not. They can't compete. But what are England doing with that possession? Very little. USA could have had a penalty there, you know. Been a bit soft, but he was pulling on his shirt. Just saw it out the corner of my eye. Williams got a smack in the face. With the ball. I do feel when in preparation for England, I think we almost need a bit of a power nap, don't we, in the afternoon, because it's a long, it's been a long 25 minutes. That it's a hard watch with England. We're just, you look at France, you look at Brazil, you look at Spain, you look at Germany, even the USA. They just, at least they try to play football the right way. England are very, very boring. And I'm not saying that we're not going to win, and I'm not going to say that we can't go deep in the tournament, because boring teams can do it. Italy do it, but we've got so many good players. And look, as much as I want Phil Foden to play, the big problem is we don't get the best out of him, do we? Southgate is frustrated from Qatar to not installing seatbelts on the bench seats. You never know how slippy leather could be, says Ahmed. It's just defence against attack, this. I wasn't dancing, Who's. I was having a bit of a stretch. My back's a bit... I think my back wants to go to sleep. He's like, this is shit. But long way to go yet. I think if England could get the first goal, it'll open the game up a little bit. But it's been a walk in the park for Wales, for Stones and Maguire. Do your Harry Bain impression. Nah. Hi, Mark. I'm here now. What did I miss, says Ayanda? Well, I think Ivory Coast would give these two a game. Are you going to watch the Australia-Denmark game? I'll watch them all. I'll be watching them all. It's an interesting... Well, this is an interesting day. It's like we've got no goals in 2 games. Carl Walker, little body turn. Henderson tries to go down there. That's a foul by Foden. Then moves, Mark, says Ahmed. Senegal versus England next, says Stuart. Well, if that is to be the game, I think England will be... I mean, remember, it's Senegal without Mane. I think when a team like Senegal loses a player like Mane, that's a big loss, but they're still a decent team. They've got the potential to beat England because of their energy. They could dominate England like USA did, but have they got the... they have scored a few goals as well. I think Senegal could... I expect England to beat Senegal, but I don't think it... we'll have to start playing a little bit better than we have done the last couple of games. I don't think you can play pragmatic against Senegal. Hi, Mark. See if you get this one. Only one national team have beat Brazil in the group stages. Can you guess who? Hint was one of the reasons that England failed to qualify in 1994. I know exactly who it was, Chelsea, and it's your nationality, and I remember it. It was Norway. I might not have got it. I might not have got it without your hints, but I remember it now. Didn't Tor Andre Flo get pulled down for a penalty that wasn't given? I seem to recall it. If you checked, said Arabia's 2 games, they were super fast with the ball, really good team, says Daniel. The group stage should have it so if it's a draw, both teams get a point, but then they have a penalty shootout and the winner gets another point, says Reverse Clouds. I like that. I'd rather watch a Lighthouse Family tribute band in Kiev than watch a Southgate team play a Roy Hodgson team, says Manchester. See, Mrs. Goldbridge can't stand the Lighthouse Family, but I quite like them. When that day arrives, we'll live on Ocean Drive. Don't know why. It's Southgate's favourite band. Gareth Southgate's favourite band, Lighthouse Family. What's your favourite album ever, Gareth? The best of Lighthouse Family. What's your favourite packet of crisps? Plain. What's your favourite drink, Gareth? Water. For hydration. I don't really care for taste. I have no taste. I've got no taste buds. I've got no taste buds and I've got no tactics. I just like water for rehydration and food for energy. Take him out for an Indian and or a Chinese or fish and chips or an Italian. He'll just have bread and water. And he'll be the happiest person in the restaurant. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. You might be able to see in the top right-hand corner, we're heading to 850k. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. We're live for every World Cup watch-along. I'm going to be doing watch-alongs in the studio very soon. I'm not going to tell you when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. And yeah, that's footballs for everybody. Doesn't matter who you support, get involved. Still 0-0 in both these games. United States might start to get panicky. Who's winning the St Andrews Road sweepstakes, says Reese. Don't know. Harry Kane is dreadful for England, says Ross. Here's Rice. Into Foden. Lovely little play by Foden. He played the layoff but didn't get it back well enough from Henderson. Walker. Rice. Henderson. Wrong pass. Southgate will send Maddison to go find some booze, says Owen. Gareth's favourite romantic meal, shepherd's pie. No seasoning, says Nick P. Maguire has just tried a shot that's gone for a throw-in. At least he's trying a shot. Maybe it was a cross. No, it's a shot, isn't it? Definitely a shot. He thinks he's Beckenbauer. Jim White, Slow Sports News. England, Slow Sports shite. Absolutely rubbish, Graham. Yellow tie, Audi driver. England against Wales. What do you think, Graham? I played the game and I wouldn't play this game. I blame Martinez and Pogba. Graham, you keep reverting to me. I've played the game. It's hard. It's hard, Jim. It's hard to do two Scottish accents badly. 32 minutes gone. All our United prospects scoring today, says Noah. Dest next. I'm not doing a Sean Dyche impression, H, because it will ruin my voice. I should be manager. See, it's gone already. I avoid Dyche all the time because it messes up my throat. Southgate, Prattgate. No, see, I can't do it anymore. Still 0-0 between Iran and USA. That looks so shit. Luke Shaw passes it to Rashford, makes the run, and then Rashford passes the ball, but Luke Shaw's not looking behind him. So Luke Shaw's running in that direction, and the ball's following him like a little dog. Come on, let's go for a walk. Carl Walker, cross, good cross. No. Is Bale playing? I mean, look, he's 95. Give him a night off. USA have just had a wild shot. I think Nico Williams might be coming off. He got a ball to the face from Rashford. And I don't know whether he's tired or what. Whole stadium singing Maguire chant, which is class, says MUFC 123. Hopefully somebody will buy him. If there's that many England fans who like him, there must be some clubs who want to buy him in the summer. Get Kim Min-jae for 45 million. Sell Maguire. We've got Varane, Kim Min-jae and Martinez, and then Lindelof as fourth choice. I'll have that. Mark, who do you think Marcus is missing? A bit more confidence or a bit more composure? Says GJ. I mean, I don't. If you're a United fan, Rashford's missing nothing. I mean, that's just Rashford. Like, he's capable of amazing moments, and he's also capable of shooting from 40 yards. Southgate would take Cody and Tarkowski over Foden and Bellingham, says George. Yeah, Wales are making a substitution here. Gareth's tikka masala marinade, 1 teaspoon of curry powder, dissolve in water and coat chicken, says Nick P. If Maguire can get you through your defence, you're bad, says Shane P. Well, Maguire can get through the defence, but no one else can. I'm laughing about this myself. I'm going to have to wait a couple of minutes. I can't tell you it now. If Maguire can... Yeah, okay, thanks for that. Okay. I'm sure Bellingham is a good player for Dortmund, but he doesn't seem anywhere near a 100 million player. I think he's almost anonymous, says Myron. I must defend Bellingham and Foden and Rashford and Kane and Rice and say that they are all very, very good players. This is coaching. This is tactics. Like, it's... Phil Foden's an amazing player. And so is Jude Bellingham. They do look very average in this system, but the system is terrible. You put Foden in a Pep team, very different story. And I think it would be the same if you put Jude Bellingham in a Klopp team. I just think a lot of it's very difficult when you're playing in a team like this. Long throw by England. That might be the way to do it. Prime Wimbledon. Southgate dream sandwich, toast in between bread, says Matt. Walker couldn't pick out a cross in a church, says Con. And Maguire knows all the weaknesses of a bad defence and knows how to exploit them, says Killen. Thanks for the super chats, by the way. Well, we're only 10 minutes away from having 2-0-0s at half-time again. I thought about this one earlier. Southgate's idea of spicing things up in the bedroom is spraying his pillow with lavender spray to help him get to sleep. No foul. It's funny how Graham Souness played the game but still got conned into signing Ali Dia, says Reverse Clouds. Here's Foden, bit of space, bit of space, bit of space. Lovely flick by Bellingham. Gets it back. This could be a great goal by England if it works. Oh, that would have been one of the goals of the tournament. I like lavender spray on my pillow. It really does help you go to sleep. But I don't use it in the bedroom to spice things up. I nearly said I use a big, but I'm not going to. That would have been one of the goals of the tournament by England. It was actually quite good. A nice little move. You can't live off one good moment in 2 games, though. Come on, we should be doing this every bloody attack. Wales still haven't had a shot, let alone a shot on goal. England will get to the final and bottle it horribly, and Southgate will get a never-ending contract, says Jack. Southgate's like that song. The never-ending story. Story. Wales are on the attack. He wants to shoot. That's it. It's all right. Good block. Hi, Mark. Which one player from any previous England players would you have in this team? Hope you're good. Well, says Shell. Thanks, pal. Hope you're well. Rashford's on a run here. He needs to release the ball, and he does. Well done. Southgate tactically talking about the danger of paper cuts on half-time, says Ahmed. And would you drop Harry Kane? He's been average the last 2 games, says Chiri. I mean, he'll probably end up scoring a goal in a minute, but he has been very average. Ooh, Rashford overhead kick. Ahmad Diallo. A goal! We got a goal for the States! We got a goal for the States! USA! USA! They're winning. Pulisic. Right before half-time. There's no offside on that. Goal. Goal. Goal, goal, goal. Onside. Goal. Dest to Pulisic. That is a big goal. That goal needed a game. That game needed a goal. No, I think Harry Kane's been very poor in this tournament. Really poor. But very brave by Pulisic and a very good goal by USA, you know. Very good goal by USA. Switch of the play to Dest. Run by Dest. Cross to Pulisic. He's brave. Now England are on the attack. Foden. Kane. He's just got to play it into Rashford. Cross it back. Fucking hell, Rashford. England starting to carve over this slow Welsh defence. They're like a bunch of statues, aren't they? They look tired already, this Welsh team. 40 minutes gone. England from a set piece. USA scored. I know, risky. We just spoke about it for 2 minutes. Pulisic is still down, though. USA would probably play Netherlands at this rate. Foden with the cross. Very deep. Another corner for Wales here, for England here. USA need a second goal, says Devon. No, they don't. They don't. They're in second place. A joint with England, but they've just got a worse goal difference. Another corner for England. You know, at some point, we've got to put one of these on Harry Maguire's head. It's a lovely goal by USA. I don't know whether it's an OG or is it Pulisic? No, it is. It's Pulisic. Gets there first. Wales need a goal, but Pulisic is off. I don't think he's going to come back on. That's horrible for Wales. That's horrible for USA, isn't it? He scores the goal and he can barely walk. How costly will that be? I don't think Pulisic is going to be going anywhere. He looks like he might be out for a couple of months. If he's broke his ankle, he looks really hurt. Yeah, England are really stat padding off that Iran win. The United States looking good for a second goal here. Pulisic is not going to be coming back on. He's Sargent's just had a shot, but he sacrificed himself for a goal, says Lord Pulisic. 20,000 watching, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. England haven't scored in nearly a game and a half here. Foden can't keep it in. Oh, no, he might be all right, Pulisic. He's running it off. He wants to be back involved. Go on, lad. I'm not coming off. You'll have to carry me off. Being Ricky says, let's get Rashford off and get Sterling on instead. The Welsh fans are singing. That's the best performance we've seen from anybody in a Welsh shirt. And even that's out of tune. What do you think Southgate's half-time chat will be, Mark? I'd be furious. I think the first 5 minutes of his chat, being cautious Southgate, will be, make sure you drink some water, Harry. Get yourself hydrated. You might want to change your shirts. It's looking a bit sweaty. Get some deodorant on, Declan. Kyle, get the fan on. Get the fan on. Calm yourself down. You're getting a bit sweaty. In fact, let's all wash our hands first. Let's wash our hands and then let's pray. Let's wash our hands and pray, have a drink of water, and reflect on how lucky we are to be earning the money that we earn to play like this. Any tactics, Gaffer? Not really. I just want you to go out there and enjoy yourself. And, yeah, get more water. Get more water. That's the main thing. It's a hot climate here. And if anyone's a bit cold, I've got a spare cardigan on the bench. Go on, come on, Bellingham. They need to get some Wash and Go. We're sponsored by Wash and Go. Get it delivered to your door. Scan the QR code. Wash and Go. 2-in-1. Shampoo and conditioner. Delivered to your door. That's what they need. If I was in there, I'd be like this. Spraying them everywhere with Wash and Go. Get in the shower. Get some rejuvenation. I tell you what. We're not getting anywhere near with these corners. This is terrible, considering how bad Wales have been. Mark, how are you not battering us? Says I know, that's what I mean, Connor. I can't believe we're not beating Wales. They're rubbish. They can't get out their half. It's mad. It's mad. I mean, at least against USA, they were better than us. Oh, he's added 5 minutes on as well. I mean, we'll have a look at the stats at half time, but I don't think they definitely haven't had a shot. They definitely haven't had a corner. I don't know whether they've had a touch in our penalty box. Pretty scary to know Iran players might... What, Daniel? I don't know about that. I don't want to read that out, Daniel. It's a bit political. Connor is probably Welsh. Yeah. Not a lot going on, is there, Connor? Please do subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. No dress Goldie. Tyler Adams for USA is amazing, says David. And, yeah, and your Leeds. Give us your best Southgate pickup line, says Shell. If you come out with me, you're guaranteed for a good time. We'll go halves on the bill, and I'll pay for you to get a taxi home within a 10-mile radius. And I'll tell you what, we'll be home by 9. I think that midfield has been very good, Steph. I mean, I'm not watching. It's hard. I'm watching the England-Wales game more. I can do double watch-alongs, but I am watching the England game more because it's England, to be honest. Oh, what a terrible pass that is. Here we go. Come on. Kane, Bellingham, Shaw. Oh, final ball's just been shit compared to... Another corner. Harry Kane. USA are playing well. Got a free kick here. No, we've not got a throw in. You know what? In some ways, the most interesting part of this game is England not scoring, because once they score, it's over. Like, Wales can't get out the half. I just want England to score, and then I can focus on the USA game, because that's a good game. That's, you know, that's two teams having a proper go. Wales are bad, really bad. I mean, you know, banter aside, I feel sorry for the Welsh fans, especially the ones that have travelled out there, but the people watching at home as well. I mean, you need to win this game. Did they not get the brief, or are they just shit? They've defended well. I'll give the defence. Their back four, I think, has defended well throughout the tournament, but their midfield and their attack is shit. Ty says giving Rashford a new contract is a mistake. I don't really see why Rashford's getting so many pelters. I mean, Harry Kane's played every bloody game and been shit. As I say, I don't think any decent attacking player really does shine under Southgate. As it says, imagine if England had the best attacking fullback. And Mark, what do Wales need to qualify, says Marcus? A miracle. They might get a cross in here. No, Rashford wins the throw-in. C says that Kane's been one of your best players. What? When? He's meant to be the number 9. He's been very good in the build-up, but I don't want him to do that. Who's for a job at Southgate? Get sacked. Hope he does, says F1 Football Edits. Right, long throw by Wales, and he still didn't throw it into the box. They're in the box, Wales. Allen. Oh, Pickford was worried there. I think that was one for the cameras by Pickford. It was never going in. It was miles over. Look at the way Pickford dives for this. It's like Pickford's thinking this is going in the top corner. Has he not watched this ball? Look at Pickford diving for that. What a prat. Pratford. That's half time. Right. Look, well, if you're Welsh, look away. In fact, you should have done that for the last 45 minutes, really. USA are going for the second goal here. Let me just see what happens. Oh, they're gonna clear it. I'm tempted to say the Welsh don't believe, but I don't think it's anything to do with belief. I just don't think they're very good. But 0-0 at half-time. Another 0-0 at half-time for England. Another 0 at half-time. 0-0 at half-time for the tournament. England are topping the group at the moment. It's amazing that England could top the group with 2 shit 0-0s because they battered Iran. They're basically living off that Iran result, aren't we? But anyway, look, let me stop the clock and let's have a look at the issues. And I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who have got issues with England. It's such a shame, isn't it? The World Cup only comes round every 4 years, and jokes aside, we are a joke. It's shocking, really, isn't it? You know, every 4 years you wait for a World Cup, and we're just a bloody embarrassment. We're so shite. I mean, my summary is this: why is Saka not starting? He's the only player that feels exciting, says Guraf. I mean, I think Grealish would work. I think Grealish and Saka would suit this game because you want somebody who can keep the ball close control but run at people. But it's so bloody embarrassing. We've got the best league in the world. We've probably got one of the best squads we've had in 20 years. And we can't break down a side that is awful. Even the Welsh will admit you're awful. You can't get out your half. Your midfield looks like it's 90. Your attack is non-existent. Your striker is getting so dominated that Harry Maguire is outrunning him, out-sprinting him and dribbling past him. That's how bad Kiefer Moore's been. They are absolutely inept, Wales, from the midfield up front. Their defence has played well and their keeper has played well, but that's not enough to be 0-0. England should be winning that game 2 or 3-0. Look at the stats. How are we not winning? We're playing a team with 26% possession whose pass accuracy is 66%. They've had 131 passes. We've had 365. We've had 9 shots, of which 2 have been on target. I mean, it's an embarrassment to us that that's 0-0. An absolute embarrassment that that's 0-0 to us. USA, it's 2-0 apparently. I'm just about to watch it back. No, it's not. It's 1-0 at half time. Sorry, it's 1-1. It's 1-0 at half time. 1-0 at half time. Thoughts on the Denmark? Thoughts on the Denmark versus Australia game, big fella? I believe the Danes will defeat us, says Matt. But I do think Denmark will probably beat you, but it's not a foregone conclusion. And would you rather get to the semis or the round of 16, says Joseph? I didn't say it in the Euros. I thought it. When we played Germany in the round of 16 at Wembley, I knew if we lost that game, Southgate would have got the sack. And in my head, I was like, if we're not going to win this tournament, I'd rather we get beat by Germany and get a new manager in for the World Cup because we've got good players. We didn't. We beat Germany. We didn't win it. And we kept Southgate for another 2 years. I'm of the opinion now, if somebody offered me the semi-finals or getting knocked out in the round of 16 on Sunday, I'll get knocked out. I've had enough now. Seriously, we've got some really good players. I can't watch another tournament of this. Every bloody 2 years, we're shit. We're absolutely shit. So I think that I'm at the point now. We were embarrassing against United States. We've been embarrassing tonight. We probably will win in the second half and people will get super positive, but I don't know how we've played for 45 minutes like that again. I don't know how we played for 90 minutes like we did against USA. I just want this bloody nightmare to be over because I like these tournaments. I like the Euros. I like the World Cup, and we're wasting our time. We're wasting our time. I can't get my hat on how we're playing. I mean, Wales are dreadful. I don't want to humiliate them because, you know, they'll know it themselves, but you're absolutely dreadful. Like, you're as bad as Iran were when we beat them 6-2, and yet England can't do that anymore because for some reason he's put the handbrake on, hasn't he? You know, Southgate's driving round on a country road with no traffic and the speed limit is 30 and he's doing 20. Gareth, there's no one around. You can see it's a straight road. Why aren't you doing a 30? Better to be cautious. You never know. A rabbit could run out at any point. The rabbit will fucking knock us into the ditch at this speed. Better to be cautious and better be safe than sorry. And turn the radio down. It might distract me from some other exterior noise that I might need to be listening to. Yeah, we're stuck in... He's got the handbrake on. Are the England players boycotting Qatar by playing crap? The last 2 games have been unwatchable, says Mod. And I bet Southgate drives a Vauxhall Zafira, enjoys Antiques Roadshow, shops in Burton's and thinks a fruity cider is exotic. He's a walking crumpet, says Luke Jones. That, my friend, is the best super chat we've ever had. Well done. You've constructed that from start to finish. Pulisic finally scores. He's been so good this World Cup. Only waited for him to score, says Antonio. I think you might need the second goal, but USA do lead 1-0 at the moment. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We are on the road to 850,000, as you can see. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. But, you know, I'm sorry that... For me, the highlight of England's game, again, has been Maguire's shot that went out for a throw-in. It's been terrible. Absolutely terrible. And, you know, you've got to call it for what it is. And I think it's bad enough that we've got to half-time 0-0. We can't not win that game. I mean, logically, we will win that game. At some point, we will get 1 goal. But we should have 4 or 5. You know, Wales need to win 6-0 or 4-0 or whatever like that. Screw that. We should just be... This should be confidence. If I'm Southgate, I'm like, we're going to qualify. We're going to qualify and we're going to be playing on Sunday night against Senegal. Let's build some rhythm. I mean, the scary thing is, where's the rhythm into the knockout stage? You know what he's going to do? He's going to go to a back 5, isn't he? He's like, I don't really care about playing Foden tonight. I heard that Sterling and Saka weren't playing because he was giving them a rest. A rest? We could finish second in the group. It's not. You can't give people a rest. Like, there's no idea, there's no logic, there's no system, there's no chemistry, and most of all, there is absolutely no entertainment value in watching England. We're just a bloody embarrassment, and we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be. And the biggest giveaway for me is the likes of Foden and Bellingham and Rashford and Kane and Rice. They're good players who look absolutely bang average. If I was watching Foden tonight, and that's the first time I'd watched him, I'd be like, who does he play for then? Is he Championship? You know, same with Bellingham. Sucking the life out of them. Bored them to death. You know what preparations they've been doing this week? They haven't been training on tactics. He's had them all in the bloody TV room, watching bloody Midsummer Murders, the box set. He's been boring them to death. Absolutely boring them to death. England equals Tottenham, as easy as that. I think Tottenham play better football, EA. They certainly get more out of Southgate. Lewis says, Southgate's a joke. How do you start Kyle Walker, whose only attribute is pace, over a creative player like Trent, who can unlock a defence? We're crying out for a decent cross into the box, Lewis. You're right. In rugby, they give a bonus point for 4 tries scored. Should they give a bonus point for 4 points scored, 4 goals scored? Says Ewan. 100% agree with you, Mark. Who the perfect manager to replace Proutgate, says Joseph. The scary thing is, of course, Gareth Southgate needs to be replaced. 100% needs to be replaced. But who do you replace him with? If you want to go English, I'm going with Potter or Howe. Neither of those two are going to take the England job because Newcastle and Chelsea's a better job. That drops you down a level. I mean, people talk about Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche probably should take the QPR job in the Championship. So, Sean Dyche, not for me. Shut it, Goldbridge, you've always had it in for me. I'll pick Tarkovsky and Wood. He's getting a new passport. I don't want Dyche. I wouldn't be surprised if we gave it to bloody Gerrard because he looks good in a suit and he's open to wearing a waistcoat. You know, the scary thing is, just because even if England get rid of Southgate, who are our last few managers? Southgate, Conservative Party. Roy Hodgson, Conservative Party. Capello, whatever that is in Italy. McLaren, Conservative Party. Ericsson, Conservative. You know, we need a bit of jazz. We need a bit of rock and roll. We need a bit of bloody, you know, I'm living on the edge. You know, we need a bit of bloody Bon Jovi. You know, a bit of rock. Not hard rock, pop rock, but not bloody Lighthouse Family. That's what we need. And I don't know of anybody who's English who can do that. So for me, I would go foreign next coach. I would like Pochettino. I would take Tuchel. But I don't think we should go English because there is only 2 good English managers and they won't take the job. Would you like it if Ronaldo lifted the World Cup, says Finley? I'd love Ronaldo or Messi to lift the World Cup. I mean, it's not going to be England, is it? Mark, can you please expose my biased Liverpool fan mate that is saying Rashford has been the biggest waste of space on the pitch and that Henderson is on fire, says Tom. I don't think any player's on fire. You can tell no England player's on fire because if they were, cautious Southgate would run on with a fire extinguisher and drench them with his white foam. Southgate puts fires out. He's a fire marshal. There'll be no players on fire for England. That's exactly what he doesn't want. He doesn't want a fire hazard. Connor says, Mark is the problem with England. I thought I was the problem there. Connor says, Mark is the problem with England. Attitude of the players and no leadership to drive them on, says Connor. I know for a fact that the England players get on really well and they do like Southgate. It's a very similar situation to what happened with Ollie. They do love Southgate. They do like Southgate. He's very liked, but it's nepotism FC. It's mates rates. It's everybody gets on, but there's no decent tactics. Herve Renard for the England job, says Omar. And fire Southgate, hire Tuchel. England hasn't played attacking football since World Cup 98, says London 85. Grealish isn't playing because Gareth took him out for a beer. Unfortunately, he bored him into a coma after discussing his favourite type of yoghurt, says Luke Jones. What's your favourite flavoured yoghurt, Gareth? Greek yoghurt. If you know, you know. It's basically just plain and white. Canada's manager, he is English, says VWR. Thoughts on Radiohead, Mark, says Tarek. I like the Benz and OK Computer. After that, I think it went a bit wrong. They're a bit too arty, aren't they? Stick to what you know. Stick to what you're good at. I wouldn't take Mourinho. If Wenger was a bit younger, I'd take Wenger. I would. Scott Parker. Just give me somebody. No, I just think we've got to go foreign. Never want the English to win, but you need Poch, says Matt Van. I'd like Poch. I don't get the feeling England will go foreign, though. In which case, who do you go for? I mean, look, these Pratts did give Allardyce the job, and people will go, 100% record, Mark, 100% record. Yeah, 100% record, but it is Southgate. It's Sam Allardyce. You can't do that. You can't do that. Fire Southgate and take Rooney. Oh, Joe Smart. Yeah, Joe, again, there's another one. Wayne Rooney. I wouldn't do that. We'll win in the second half, by the way. I mean, I still think we're going to win 2-0. As much as we've had a moan, and we've got every right to have a moan, I still think that we'll win in the second half because we've got the time to do it. And I mean, Wales will at some point have to try and win, and we will probably catch them on the break. So I think we will win in the second half, but it's not about winning now, is it? It's about the way that we're playing football, and the way that we're playing football is absolutely shite. Would you give it to Gary Neville? No. No. Elliot says Rooney's a top manager. Well, he hasn't proved himself to be a top manager, has he? So I wouldn't be giving him the England job, which is one of the biggest jobs in football. I don't think that would be a good idea. Do you think there'll be any subs at half-time, Mark? I wouldn't be surprised, really. I think he would like to get Mason Mount and Raheem Sterling back on because he loves them. But they're coming out for the second half now. Nathan Harper says that they won't sack him because of his past tournament record. The FA are as incompetent as you can get because of what they've done in the past by stupidly keeping Capello and Hodgson. After all 4 tournaments, the FA are utterly useless, rewarding failures, says Nathan Harper. And I would agree with you on that one. They are shocking. Absolutely shocking. I see the USA hitting the quarters or semis as long as they start scoring, of course. Should be in first place in the group as England were dreadful, says Kevin. Without a shadow of the doubt, and they've made a sub here with Brennan Johnson coming on, which I think is a good sub for Wales, to be fair. Without a shadow of a doubt, USA have been the best team in this group. 100%. 100%. England are stat padding because they beat Iran. And they got lucky against USA that USA didn't really take their chances. And we're off for the second half here. Give Goldbridge the job. That's what I say. Goldbridge ball guarantees World Cup success, says Matthew. USA, England sucks, says Bob Smith. USA, best team in the world. I'm glad you're enjoying it, mate. I'm just glad you're enjoying it. I think USA were fantastic. I think USA have been the best team in this group, 100%. In fact, I'm going to tweet it as an appreciation. But it's not always the best footballing side that wins the prize, is it? Oh, Rashford's gone for a bit of pace, playing off the right-hand side. I tell you what, that Leicester goalkeeper for Wales, his distribution's not good, is it? Gary Neville was coaching England, putting Kane on corners, says Fraser. I remember something about, and I don't want to get it wrong. I remember Neville was the assistant coach or the defensive coach with Hodgson, and that was the tournament where Iceland knew to target the second ball. Like they knew we were crap at winning the second ball. Senegal and France must be licking their lips, says Road to Dawn. Finally giving USA our flowers, says Charlie. I mean, look, maybe England will improve. I'm doing that because I want changes. Maybe England will improve in the knockout stage. But I tell you what I will say. If England had played France when we played USA and we'd been playing Germany tonight, we'd be all over. It'd be all over. Like, we'd be absolutely... Playing like this, we'd get humiliated. If a corporation buys Manchester United, do you see us evolving how Red Bull run their team, says EG? Well, we need one to buy us first, don't we? I've not really heard anything about United and the sale for a couple of days, to be honest. Apart from what Fabrizio said this afternoon. Don't forget our stats carousel is sponsored by OneFootball. You can download it through the link in the description. Free to do it. All your latest breaking football news, download it. It's available on all platforms. Great football app. Give it a go. Stats carousel's going round now. Nobody's made any subs. This is a prime example of why Maguire and Stones play well for England, by the way. They've got nothing to do. They've got nothing to do. They just stand at the back with nothing to do. Good running by Foden. Doesn't get... Oh, he's given a free kick. Was it a free kick? Yeah, 100%. 100% that's a free kick. Good run by Foden. He's switched with Rashford. He's gone to the left. I think Foden works better off the left, doesn't he? I mean, I don't watch loads of Man City, but I think he's better off the left than the right. Now, we've got to shoot from this free kick. Are you able to rank the top 5 England managers so far in your lifetime, says Dennis? In my lifetime, it's very easy. Bobby Robson would be number 1. Venables would be number 2. I would go with... I actually think Hoddle was number 3. Like, it deserved to lose the job, but in '98 we were a good team. We went out because of, as much as I love Beckham and I defend him to the hilt, and Simeone was a prick. We could have done well in that tournament. So number 1 would be Bobby Robson. Number 2 Venables. Number 3 Hoddle. And then, I mean, really, you might put Southgate there simply because we got to a final and a semi-final. Rashford, 1-0 to Manchester United. Get in. He's took the free kick and he scored it. And it's not Manchester United, it's England. And it's Rashford who scores a free kick for England. And that's game over. I knew we would do it eventually. And it's Rashford who's done it for England. Get in there. Rashford ends the game at 1-0. There'll be no way back for Wales now. Let me see this back. I'm quite surprised that the keeper's got beat there. But England score within 4 minutes of the first half. It was a free kick. And it was a very good free kick taken by Rashford. He doesn't normally hit them like that, to be fair. He doesn't normally hit them like that. He normally goes for power. Let's watch it back. Yeah, keeper's... Yeah, it's a good free kick by Rashford. I don't know what the keeper's doing. I think he thinks it's going to go over the wall. Done him with the eyes. It's a very good free kick. It's on the keeper's side. I think if you spoke to a goalkeeper, they'd say he should do better there. But it doesn't matter. It's Rashford with the goal. He was getting a lot of unfair stick at half-time. And that's good technique to make it 1-0 to England. Now let's go and score 2 or 3 now. Come on. They're going to open up a little bit. Two 2-0! It is 2-0. It's Foden. The two lads. They've lined it up. It's game over. This is going to be boring now. This is going to get really boring now because Wales ain't scoring 1, let alone 2. Quite fortuitous here, but it'll do. It'll do lovely. Kane gets onto it, puts the cross in, it deflects across, and Foden ends up with a tap-in, and England have 2, and Wales are down and out. They won't come back from this. They've not even had a shot on goal. But Foden ends up with a tap-in. Harry Kane with the cross. Gets a little bit lucky with the cross, but at the end of the day, he had the right idea, and Wales manager's just retired Bale, says Killian. Let's have a look. Yeah, Wales crap at the back. Harry Kane puts the cross in. It deflects to the back post. And Foden with the simplest of tap-ins. Ben Davies. Rashford with the interception. The good press. Kane gets it. Cross comes in. I think it deflects off Roden. Maybe it doesn't actually. Maybe it's just a good cross. Wales defence is just... They've down tools here. Ossian's right. Rashford's pressing there made that happen. And Foden gets the goal. And the two players have come in. For Saka and Sterling are the 2 goal scorers here. Well, there you go. We should have done this in the first half. We could win this 4 or 5-0 now, you know. Like, there's 40 minutes to go. I can't put into words how bad Wales are. I was asked this question yesterday. Who are the 3 worst teams in this tournament? And I said Qatar, Wales, and who was it? Might have been Tunisia or Belgium or Mexico. But Wales, for me, have been terrible. Surely it's coming home. Southgate in, says Joe. Hey, mate. I'm not changing on that. Southgate's crap. But I'm pleased for Foden and Rashford. England need to be disciplined here, though. You don't want to pick up any yellow cards. Look how slow Kiefer Moore is. I'm keeping an eye. Don't worry, I'm keeping an eye on the USA game because that's probably the most relevant now. England are going to top the group and play Senegal. Second place is currently USA. Iran are going to push. Cross into the box by Wales there. Oh, Dan James with a good cross. Goes for a goal kick. I think Wales needs 6 now. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're getting very close to 850k. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Jason, I can't read that. He's talking about camels and sheep. I will do a poll. I want to do a quick poll here because I want to sort of catch the excitement. Where will England finish? And we know we're going to be out of the group stage now, so this poll will be very good because I've got 4 options. I've got Pickford's just made a save. Round of 16, quarter-final, semi-final, final. So where will England go out? Get your votes in. Cross. Oh no, they've not put the cross in. Now they're going to put the cross in. Maguire heads it away, and there's an offside anyway. I'm a bit worried about United States, you know, because Iran are good up front, and they are starting to go for it now. And I think USA will naturally defend. You can just... These games are dangerous. He's going to make a couple of subs here for England. 3 subs, in fact. Clever move by Southgate. Trent, Phillips and Wilson are coming on. And he'll be thinking about Sunday now. He'll be thinking about yellow cards. He'll be thinking about... I mean, effectively, England would need to concede 3 to not finish second, because as long as USA are winning, they're top, and we'll be top anyway. If England has a good run and Maguire plays well, then a confident Maguire would be really good for Man United, says Harish. Mate, come on. I'm really pleased that Maguire's having a good tournament and Bruno's having a good tournament, but if you think Maguire's playing ahead of Varane and Martinez, you're pissed. I mean, you know, Maguire's having a very good tournament, and if someone wants to give us some money for him, I think that's the best thing, but he ain't playing ahead of Varane and Martinez, is he? He's not better than those two. Trent's coming on. Harry Kane comes off. No goals in 3 games for Harry. Got an assist, though. Rice is coming off for Phillips. How do you think Trent Alexander-Arnold is? Well, he's coming on, Adam. And I presume Trent's coming on for Kyle Walker because he's only just coming back. Andrew says Maguire will never play for United again as long as Varane and Martinez are healthy. I mean, look, the benefits of having Maguire and Lindelof is that, you know, if they're playing well, they come in and play and we can rotate at the back. But if Maguire or Lindelof are playing for Man United, it's a bad thing because it means either Martinez or Varane are injured. Ben Davies is going to come off for Wales now. United players bossing the World Cup. Rashford, Casemiro, Bruno, Shaw, Maguire, Varane, Martinez have all played well. Also Gakpo, says Shub. Yep. I bet Foden's eyes lit up with that cross. He's literally just got to play a pass that he plays 100 times a game for Man City and he's got a goal. What did you think about Rashford's free kick? I don't think you can say anything bad about it. He's put it on target in the right area and the keeper's fucked it up, really. I think it's on the keeper's side. Any goalkeeper will tell you that he should save that. But what he's done is he's gambled. So on that free kick, Rashford's done him with the eyes. Can't take anything away from Rashford. It's a really good free kick. But as a goalkeeper will tell you, that's bad goalkeeping because the wall is there and that's that side. The other side is your side. If the ball goes over the wall into the goal, you're not going to get criticised. That goal's gone in on his side because he thinks that Rashford's going to dink it over the wall. So he's gone a step early and he's weighted his body there. And then when it's gone the other way, he's already moving that way and the ball's that way and he's fucked. Hey up. I've lost USA and Iran. Got it back. I know Jordan's a big fan of Kiefer Moore, and I know he does a half decent job for Bournemouth, but in international football, up on his own, up front, I mean, he's playing Kiefer Moore up front for Wales in a game like this is like asking my gran to, you know, climb Mount Everest. And she's dead, so she can't. But even if she was, she wouldn't be able to do it with her bad hip. I mean, if I was the Wales manager, I'd have played Brennan Johnson up front. And I know he's not a forward, but at least he's agile and he's quick. Like, this, what is the point in playing Kiefer Moore? He's miles away from the goal. He's slow. I mean, Harry Maguire has given him 2 metres and jogged past him. It's like he's so slow. Or play Dan James down the middle. Just play pace down the middle. Stones and Maguire don't like pace. You need to counter-attack. Ramsey's just gone in on Jordan Henderson here. Yellow card. Oh, he has caught him badly there. I don't think he means to catch him like that. He's tried to tackle him and he's caught him right on the ankle. It's a bad foul, that. Paul says, I bet Goldbridge is gloating. To be honest with you, the fire went out in the first half. It's been hard to get it back. I mean, I knew we'd win, and we should be winning by a lot more, but my enthusiasm was at the start of the game, and Southgate put it out with his jumper and cardigan, you know, his campfire football, and his hot chocolate and bloody marshmallows. But I'm pleased for Foden, and I'm pleased for Rashford, and I just don't know what we're going to do in the rest of this tournament. We've played so badly against USA and against Wales. What are we going to do against Senegal on Sunday? I just don't know. Mark, when will everyone start to realise Kane has been on the decline for a while? No English bias, please. Played the game, says Straight Facts. There's another injury in the USA game now for McKennie. They can't afford to lose any more. Are England better without Harry Kane? I mean, look, Harry Kane has provided a couple of goals in this tournament. Look, are Man United better off without Ronaldo? Yes, we play better football. That's what most fans think. It doesn't mean Ronaldo's not the best striker that Man United had. He just doesn't suit the system. Would England be better with Rashford down the middle or Callum Wilson? Yes, because people don't like mobility. And they are mobile, and it causes defenders nightmares. I think Harry Kane's a very good striker. I don't think he suits England because he wants to drop in all the time. I like Harry Kane. I think he's a brilliant, brilliant player, but I do agree that actually England might benefit. It's a style of football thing. Harry Kane would suit a team like Man City, where they're right on the edge of the box. Their fullbacks are on the edge of the box and then pinging it around the box and he's going to get chances. Callum Wilson would suit England better than Kane because England play very counter-attacking football, let's be honest. And I don't think Harry Kane really suits counter-attacking football. Spurs do counter-attack a lot, but Harry Kane tends to be a provider for Son. I think England would play better with a bit of pace down the middle. Soccerball says, congratulations on the new studio, Mark. Do you anticipate any charged incidents between you and Charlie when you two record together live? Says Soccerball. I don't know what you're on about there. It's a shame because of the firepower we have up front. It's just defence to midfield progressing the ball, says SK. And do you think Senegal will be an easy game for England? They should win, but most of these African teams know how to score upsets, says Billy Jones. I don't know. I can't answer this question. I'd be interested to know what the chat think. How would you rate Senegal? I mean, I think they comfortably beat Wales, so that would be a different game. But are they as defensive-minded as Wales? I mean, Wales have frustrated England in the first half. Would Senegal frustrate England, or would they open up a bit? Maybe, England might benefit from playing a team that opens up a bit. Lucas says they're better than anyone in this group. Would Senegal beat USA? I think that'd be a decent game. PN says, I think Ecuador would have been harder. Yeah, but the thing with Ecuador is they don't score many goals, do they? Senegal have got more goals in them. If you think about USA, Wales, Iran, they don't really have goals in them, do they? And that, Stones and Maguire have looked good. What happens when a team's got goals in it and can score goals? That's when I think England are going to have to really step it up. Jordan says, stop hating on Rashford, mate. Shut up. I've not said one thing negative about Rashford, and I've actually been sticking up for him when a lot of people weren't. The only goal Wales has scored this whole tournament is a penalty. It's been a very disappointing tournament for the Welsh Red Fox. Who do you like to replace Southgate? I don't know, Adam. We were talking about this. I'd go with Pochettino, or I'd go foreign. There's such a slim pool of managers to go for English. Whereas if you go foreign, there's bloody loads. Aaron says we should beat Senegal. I don't know. I don't know. I think we will. I've always said that I think England will. Tournament starts in the quarterfinals. Anything before then is just we're going to have to play really bad to go out. But the thing about Senegal is, remember, it could go to penalties. Like, we could go to penalties. Could be like Colombia 4 years ago. Oscar says we're easily going to beat... No, Alfie says we'll easily beat Senegal. Don't want to throw Oscar under the bus. Chris says on a good day, Senegal will give everyone a game. Well, look, if it's worth having a look actually. It's still 1-0 to USA, but Iran are getting closer and closer and closer. If I go to Senegal today against Ecuador and just give you some sort of headline stats. Ecuador had 61% possession, but Senegal had 14 shots to 9, 6 corners to 3, and the lineup of Senegal, just to give you an idea of what we're up against: Mendy in goal, of course. Koulibaly plays at centre back. Idrissa Gueye and Dia, Sarr. So I mean, they've got players that. Goal! Callum Rashford again. Rashford's on fire. I thought it was Callum Wilson. Rashford's on fire. Where's all those criticisers now? Eh? 2 goals for Rashford. He's got 3 goals in the tournament. He could win the world. Could be up for Golden Boot. He could win the Golden Boot. He's got 3 goals in the tournament. Give him a new contract. Give him a new contract. This is what I mean. We were on about Rashford in the first half. And gets the ball on the right-hand side. He's onside, definitely. Gets the ball on the right-hand side. Sorry, I wasn't really looking. Gets the ball on the right-hand side. Cuts inside. Goes past his man. Shoots. Mate, I tell you what. If Mbappe scores that, people are saying, what a great goal. Fantastic goal. Fantastic goal. Absolutely on fire. 3 goals in the World Cup. Puts him top with Mbappe and co. And when you've got a player like this in the tournament, who knows? I want to see Potter manager England one day, says Bilal. This Wales team should have been beaten 6 or 7-0. I'm not joking. Even if England beat Senegal, France will be next and will demolish England. Mbappe, Dembele, not to mention Benzema, will be back fit by then. No, he won't. He's on holiday, mate. He's out of the tournament, Mercury. Benzema is not coming back. I'm glad that we finally know who's playing Ivory Coast. In the match of Senegal, England will lose that game, Mark, says Ayanda. Well, look, I was just going through that. When I look at that Senegal side, I look about the structure. Koulibaly's a good centre-back, and he's obviously going to be very aware of the Premier League. Idrissa Gueye is a good, energetic midfielder. They've got pace, and we know about Sarr, Ismail Sarr from Watford. And I think that they've got players that can cause problems. But, the thing is, you can't look at that and go that England are going to struggle. We shouldn't struggle, but at some point you've got to start playing to your strengths, haven't you? Just looking at who that Dia plays for. I think he plays in Italy, doesn't he? Who plays at centre back with Koulibaly? Diallo of Leipzig. Sabala and Jacobs. Sabali plays for Real Betis. I don't know where that lad plays. Monaco. I think they're not a bad side, Senegal, but I think what might play into England's hand is, have Senegal got the discipline of a defensively? Oh, Rashford nearly getting his hat-trick there. Good play. But you know what? It's very hard, isn't it? You know, as I say, I think there'll be some fans who get really excited about England, and I don't want to be negative because it's not my style, but Wales are shit, and Iran were shit, and we've scored a lot of goals against two very shit teams, and the best team we played, we were fucking rubbish. So it's hard. It's really hard. I don't think England fans will have any confidence of us doing anything in this tournament at the moment until we actually beat a team that's good, and the only team that we've played that's good is USA. Eaton says, do you think that the team that started today is better? Rashford and Foden in for Sterling and Mount, says Eaton. I think Wales are dreadful, and as I said, I think it's very hard to predict. It's very hard to predict what England are, because until if we go and beat Senegal 4-0 on Sunday, I would be encouraged for the France game. I mean, I've just got to go back to the poll here. So where will England go out? 22% of you are saying rounds of 16, 47% winner, quarter-final, 17% semi-final, and 15% final. So the majority of people think we're going to go out in the quarter-finals, nearly half of you. And then the next best is 22% going for a round of 16. If Southgate gets beyond the quarterfinals, he will keep his job. I mean, if he gets to the quarterfinals, he might keep his job. I don't know, but if he goes out in the round of 16, he'll lose his job, won't he? But I think with England, we've just got to wait and see what happens when we play somebody decent. And I would put Senegal into the decent category. So, you know, that's the big test, isn't it? Because what we've got to do against Senegal is we've got to find something. It's not just about winning, you know, with a penalty or because they get someone sent off. We've got to find some form, because if we don't find some form against Senegal, we're walking out of the tournament, aren't we? Because France will, as we've seen, give virtually anybody in this tournament a game. And I want England to be in a position where we can go and win it. There's no point being in a tournament if you can't win it. But I'm encouraged by Rashford because, you know, he just looks on it at the moment. And a player like that can be a game changer. You know, you put Rashford up against Hernandez of France in a one-on-one, he might skip past him and score. So, you know, you've got to be in it to win it. I'll tell you, I'm a bit worried about USA at the moment. 1-0, 20 minutes to go, and I just keep seeing Iran attack and attack and attack. San says, whatever happens, I hope that Southgate goes. Rashford's coming off here. Somebody said he was limping a little bit. Well, best to take him off. Doesn't look too bad to me. Precautionary, maybe. Yeah, he's all right. He's smiling. Jerry says Rashford always has a little limp. Liam says our best front three is Sterling, Rashford, and Foden. Well, I don't disagree with you, Liam. I mean, why would you not try and get that three interchanging? But we're so Harry Kane centric, aren't we? I mean, he's the captain. He might drop Mount, he might drop Sterling. He ain't gonna never drop Harry Kane, is he? So he is, and look, all managers have a player like that. I mean, Pep with Messi, Sir Alex with Ronaldo, Brazil with Neymar. It's not uncommon for a manager to have a player that they just would not ever think about taking off or dropping. And rightly or wrongly, he's not going to do anything without Harry Kane in, isn't it? And I think Man United play better. I think England play better without Kane. Well, I don't know whether they play better, but I think they might. I don't think you should automatically play 90 minutes all the time, Kane. Is Rashford now drawing for World Cup top scorer, says Bellout? He is. He's got 3. And England should have 4. Good save by the keeper. And cleared away from Foden. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We are getting very close to 849,000. We're only 200 away. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Remember, we're doing every World Cup watch-along here. So get involved. Everyone's welcome on That's Football. I'm going to end that poll as well. Commentator said Rashford has a lot of self-love at the moment. Don't we all, says Mark. The commentator's curse. Yeah, I like Wilson playing down the middle of Mazza. I mean, I don't like teams that are very static. I don't like, especially in the forward line, you know, Portugal are like it with Ronaldo, aren't they? They never take him off. And actually, sometimes it's not a bad idea to mix it up. I've got USA Iran on, don't worry. And it's a little bit behind England, so... Hi Mark, shouldn't you have subbed in Maddison or someone else to give them a World Cup game instead of Grealish, says Nazza. Maddison's there for a holiday, mate. He ain't there to get picked. I don't really think that Southgate even wanted to pick Maddison. I think he just did it for effect. But it's funny, I actually think Wales are worse than Iran. Well, they are. They lost to them. I've got a banging tweet at Mark Goldbridge. Kenneth says, before 86, there was no knockout round until the semis. Group winners and runners-up went into 3-team pools and where the winner advanced, says Kenneth. Yeah, I wasn't alive for 82, so I don't remember it, but I do remember that... I do vaguely remember... The 86 World Cup's the only one I've really ever watched, you know, and known what was going on. Not at the time, but, you know, like the highlights and stuff. I think from a Wales point of view, you should just take this as a positive that you qualified for a World Cup. I mean, look, logically, I don't know much about the Welsh squad. If you're Welsh, I presume you do. I can't imagine that you came into this tournament expecting anything else than this. I mean, I don't think these Wales players have played below average. I just think that they are average. And I think well done to get into the World Cup. You know, you got a draw out of United States. At least you had a result where you could feel a bit positive. But first qualification for a World Cup since 1958. In the next World Cup, 48 teams qualify. That's what Wales have got to look to. They've got to go and rebuild again, haven't they, Wales? Here's Grealish. I'll tell you who's had a quiet game. Bellingham. Bellingham's been quite quiet, hasn't he? Hi, Mark. Where do you think England can get to? Param. I hope we can go far. I hope we can get to the semi-final. I hope we can get to the final. I mean, that's why we're in it, aren't we? You know, you want to win it. Is Bale still on the pitch as Emily? I think he went off at half time, didn't he? Yeah. I want England to go deep, but as I say, I'm not being negative. I don't know. USA were better than us, and we were terrible. Iran have been shit, and we stuffed them. And Wales have been shit, and we've stuffed them. So I think until we play somebody good, I think it's hard. USA are 10 minutes from going through, but one Iran goal from going out. I think it would be horrible for USA to Tuchel for England, says Redditor. It'd be horrible if USA went out because they're definitely the best footballing team in the tournament. But I've got a horrible feeling there might be an Iran late goal here. I don't see how England can win this tournament. But it depends I don't know what happens if they beat France. Who are they likely to play in the semi-final if you beat France? I had it written down earlier. I had a predictor going on earlier. So if England did beat France, Portugal maybe? Could be. No, I think Brazil would be in the final. I think it would be Portugal in the semi-final. Or Spain maybe. I just don't think England are good enough to get past. I think they could beat France on their day if everything went well, but I don't think they could go and then beat Brazil. Or Germany. Or Spain. I think we've got the players. I just don't think we've got the coach. And ultimately, you won't be able to grind your way out through against good teams. And but on a positive note, the group doesn't matter as long as you get through it. And we've got through it top, and we haven't played particularly well. And maybe we can grow into the tournament. You know, England in 1990 famously did do that. We weren't brilliant in the group stage, and we sort of grew through the tournament. I mean, even Belgium in the round of 16, we won in extra time. So the test for England starts on Sunday. Senegal will give us a game, and if we come through that, France will be the big test. I'll put it this way. I haven't heard or hummed the proper It's Coming Home song yet. And when I do that, that's when I'll start to believe that we might do something. But until we play somebody decent, it's very hard to predict. I'm just glad that we're in the tournament. I'm glad that we finished top of the group. I'm pleased for some of the players, you know. Certainly Marcus Rashford and Phil Foden. Really pleased for them. And I'm just hoping that we can go up well, let's not even go up 1 gear. I think we need to go up 2 or 3 gears. And hopefully put ourselves in a position that if we do play France, and look, maybe France get knocked. We're all saying it's France in the quarterfinals. What if France get knocked out in a freak result in the round of 16? We might get lucky that way. We might get a good run to the final. You don't know. I didn't say that USA had been the best in the tournament, mates. Don't you love people who type so quickly that they don't listen? I didn't say that USA have been the best team in the tournament. I said they've been the best team in our group, and they have. They played the best football in our group. I'll have that argument with anyone. Wales need Giggs back if he gets Bale, says John Bennett. Here's Kiefer Moore. Blame the ball, Kiefer. How high does he put this? Look how high he puts this. That's higher than Mary Poppins on Coke. Fucking hell, how do you even get it that high? If I said tournament, it was a slip of the tongue. I don't believe that USA are the best team in the tournament. And I've clearly said the best team in the group 3 or 4 times. So I called Portugal bloody Poland yesterday. So try and be live for 2.5 hours and not mix your words up. 5 minutes to go. It's still 1-0 to USA. Dangerous squeaky bum time now. Dangerous squeaky bum time. You did say tournament. You did say tournament. You did say tournament. If you think I think USA are the best team in the tournament, it says more about you than me. As if I think USA are the best team in the tournament. Bloody hell. It's 84 minutes, nearly 85 minutes in the Iran game. I just want to have a quick look at that, actually. In relation to the USA-Iran game, I think it would be well worth me just mentioning this. Statistically, USA have had 56% possession with 11 shots to Iran's 2 and 5 corners to Iran's 0. This is not a game where Iran will feel that they should have got something out of it. If they do, USA are going to kick themselves. They've dominated this game, but they only lead 1-0. And the story of USA in this tournament is should have beat England, should have beat Wales, drew. Are they going to do it again, or is it going to be third time lucky? Are they going to do it again, or are they going to draw late on? Because if USA draw, they're going out, and it would be an absolute sickener because they have been the best team in this group. But they've not been able to do it. Netherlands against USA on Saturday afternoon, Marcus. I'm here for that. If it happens, it might be Iran. I've got this feeling it's going to be Iran. Glad to see England back to form after taking 3 halves off, says Franklin Hurley. I've just had an idea, actually. I'm just gonna switch what I'm watching, because as much as I love England, you've already won. And I want to go to I think on my I'm not an iPlayer, but I think on my pad it might be a bit slower than it is on my TV. So I'm just going to go to England on here. Although no one understood, we were holding back the flood, holding back against the rain. There was more of them than us, now we'll never dance again. Now we'll never dance again. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ha, ooh, ooh, ha, ooh, ah. Callum Wilson. Iran with a good cross. Head it away. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous now. I don't actually have a preference with Iran and USA. I just think USA deserve it so much. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Mark, what's wrong with Sancho? Are his problems physical or psychological? Marcus, it's not the United stand. It's not the United stand. Oh, I'm nervous. Can USA hold on? It's nervy. It's squeaky bum time. I've got this feeling that Iran are just going to grab a goal and it's going to have that controversy. And the World Cup is made for those sort of, not controversy, just big moments. Maybe a penalty or something like that. I don't know. Tomorrow's games, it's Denmark, isn't it? Is it 3 o'clock for Denmark and Australia? Tomorrow, 3 o'clock. It's, Denmark, Australia at 3 o'clock, Tunisia, France, and then Argentina tomorrow night. If I said to you there's a chance that Argentina could still go out tomorrow. So big games tomorrow. The groups, there's no big groups, is there? There's no big there's no real groups that are straightforward with 2 teams on 6. I didn't realise until now we have got a player ratings to do as well. Let me get it up for you. I'm trying to watch everything here and do this at the same time. Yeah, mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Star for your man of the match. Very interested to see what people are going to do for that. The Flood by Take That was what I was singing then. Very good song. Oh, why am I writing that down? Vote player ratings here. There we go. I'll pin it in the chat. It's pinned at the top. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Star for your man of the match. England game is nearly over. 9 minutes added on in the USA game. 9 minutes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Fingernails. I've got a horrible feeling. Don't forget, by the way, we're sponsored by Wash and Go on this stream today. Bottom right-hand corner, you can scan the QR code and get yourself some 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. I use it every day. Strong, healthy hair. I do use it every day. I did an advert for them, which you can check out through the link in the description as well, behind the scenes and everything. You can check that out and hopefully enjoy it. But delivered to your door, Wash and Go. Fantastic product. And thanks very much for sponsoring this win for England. And hopefully England are going to kick on now against Senegal on Sunday. And Calvin said the ad was fantastic. Yeah, you need to watch the ad. It's very good. Links in the description for that. Comfortable win for England. Rashford very much saving him. Right, this is a chance for Iran to put a free kick in. I don't think this was a free kick. I am staying live for this, don't worry. Oh, God. Cross came in, flicked off an Iranian player and looked like it was going in the bottom corner. No, he didn't. He headed it. Keeper's beat there. If that's in, I don't think he's getting it. God. Americans. I like to be in America. Kippers for tea in America. 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 If you go out, I've just jinxed you. I'm nervous for you. I'm nervous for you. I think you deserve to go through. I like Iran, but you deserve to go through. You've been the best team in this tournament. Now, you've been the best team in this group. And you deserve to go through, but you don't always get what you deserved. You don't always get what you deserve. Still 5 minutes to go here. I take it Pulisic did come off. I don't think England's group's been a great group, no. But I think without doubt, USA have been the best team. Last minute upset. I think it's written in the stars, James, unfortunately. I think it's written in the stars. And you know what? As much as I don't have an issue with Iran, USA-Netherlands is going to be a much better game than Iran-Netherlands, isn't it? I mean, I just don't think Iran are going to cause Netherlands enough problems, but I think USA would be a good game. Yeah, Pulisic came off, Mr. LT, thanks. I mean, I could just find that information out myself, really, because it's lazy not to. USA, let's have a look at their starting lineup. So they've made quite a few subs. Dest came off for Moore. Acosta came on for McKennie. Zimmerman came on for Weah. Wright came on for Sargent. And Aronton's come on for Pulisic. Asman's come off at half-time for Iran, which is a shame. He's not really been fit throughout this tournament, Asman, the Leverkusen player. But Taremi is on. Still 4 minutes to go. Living in America, coast to coast, anywhere. Living in America, high to high, lost in freeway. Living in America, I feel good. James Brown, absolutely brilliant. I think James Brown's dead now, but what a song. What a song. Rocky 4. Oh, yeah. Apollo Creed and James Brown. James Brown. What a man. What a voice. Mark, what was you said earlier about USA, Mark? USA have won 1 and drawn 2. England won 2 and drawn 1. Where is the inconsistency? It's a Slow Sports News. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Results don't mean you're the best team in the group. Man United finished second once and we were shit. Like, it doesn't mean you're... I think USA have been the best team. Look, I know there's a Southgate fan club in the chats, but if you think England are better than USA based on the games that we've played, that's up to you. I'm entitled to my opinion, and I think USA have been the best footballing side in our group. But their big problem is what their problem is here. You know, they've been way better than USA, but they're in a squeaky bum time here against Iran because they haven't put the chances in the bed. Rocky IV is a great film. I feel like watching it now. Living in America, I feel good. Good night, Mark. By the way, you did say tournament, and I'll make sure you never forget it, says Ayanda. Oh, no! Oh, Iran wants a penalty. They nearly scored. My God. Oh, my God. They want to go to VAR for the penalty. Well, there's an offside. No, he's not interfering with play. Never. That's never a penalty. If they go to VAR for that, that is a bloody joke. Never a penalty. No way. I'm done with football if that's a penalty. I'm sorry. Never. If they give a penalty for that, I'm done. No, they're not doing it. They're not doing it. Thank God for that. That would have been the biggest joke penalty I've ever seen in my life. Never a penalty. He took a tumble. God, this game. They could... USA, come on. You could finish it. You could finish it. Dink it. Oh, what the fuck is he doing? USA could not score. Can't score, can they? Still going. 99 minutes. Referee still wants to carry on. He's played 99 minutes and 40 seconds. He's playing extra time of added time on top of 9 minutes. And he's done it. It's over. USA are through. Iran go down. Oh, it must be horrible. It must be horrible for Iran, knowing that they've had the chances. But I've got to say, I am pleased in a footballing way that USA are going through, because I think they've been the best team in the group. And I think that Netherlands-USA on Saturday afternoon looks like it will be a decent game. I'm looking forward to that one. I am looking forward to that one. I think it will be a decent game on Saturday afternoon. And you know what? Fair play to Iran for turning it round after what happened against England, beating Wales, only losing 1-0 to United States, pushing it through to the end. I think that they've done a good job, but ultimately the best team in the group has gone through, and that's England. But the best footballing side has gone through as well, which for me is the United States. So there we go. Well done. Absolutely fantastic. It'll be a good game against the Netherlands on Saturday. So we know 2 of the last round of 16 games. England will play Senegal on Sunday night at 7 o'clock, and the United States will play Netherlands at 3 o'clock on Saturday in the last of round 16 games. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Thanks everyone who's tuned in tonight. I'm just going to record a very quick England reaction, which I'll put up. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. Take care. We're back tomorrow at 3 o'clock, of course, for the Australian-Denmark game. France are playing as well, but Australia-Denmark's a big, big game. And then, of course, Argentina-Poland tomorrow night. Will Argentina progress or will they go out? Some big games to come. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. Take care. I'll speak to you all soon.